About 9 years ago, I was attending a church called the Love Center, and at the Love Center, every other year, the women would go on a retreat. So during this one particular year, my first year going on a retreat, I met up with this young lady, and we was roommates. We would see each other in church in passing, but we never really got a chance to talk to each other or really get to know who each other was on an intimate level. So we began to share some of our backgrounds in the room while we was roommating, and she and I both was raised up in a domestic violent home. Um, she was raised by her mom because her father was on drugs, and I was raised by my mom because my mom and my father got a divorce when I was 8 years old. So we kind of share some of the same background together. And during this time, with us being in the room sharing our intimate details, she discussed how she had issues with being rejected and abandoned, and I too had those same issues. And when we sat down and talked about it, we began to talk about how, though we had those issues, we were stronger on that day because of everything that we had endured um, as children. And it made us know that we wanted better, we expected better, and we desired better for the mate that God would send us. And during that time, I was um, going through a phase of celibacy. So for 2.5 years, I was celibate, and this young lady helped me through my celibacy because she too had been celibate for like 8 or 9 years prior to me meeting her. So every time that I would deal with a lot of temptations, she would be able to pray with me. She would fast with me. We would lay on our face because that was something new to me because I had already always, what I'm saying, been open and I was already exposed to a lot of things. So for me to be celibate was a big test for me. And it was a test that I passed, and I thank God that I was able to pass because this young lady helped me get through those rough nights. And she also taught me how she learned how to value herself and how to have an intimate relationship with Jesus due to her being by herself, because for a long time she always seeked the attention and the affection from men, but she learned through Jesus how to love herself and how to value herself and how to build her self-esteem up because it was shattered over and over and over again. So she taught me how to build my self-esteem up, how to value myself, how to love myself. She taught me how to date myself, and I had never knew how to date myself. But she taught me how to date myself, and we both began to go on little dates together as friends, where she would just pour into me so many, you know, so many godly things. And I thank God for her help because of her, I am the woman that I am today. Because of God using her, I would say that much. Because God get all the glory. She helped me a lot at a rough time of my life, and I thank God for this young lady life. Her name is Sakura O'Neal, and I want to say a big I love you, Sakura, because if it wasn't for you, I probably would be messed up, and I would have never had the privilege of gaining and being able to be a virtuous wife on today had it not been you helping me through those rough nights. I love you, Sakura.